Good morning. We're about 8.5 hours into a 10.5 hour print here. And being black on black, we probably can't see very much. So, we'll come back later when it's done. Finished. Okay, let's see what we can do with it. Hi guys. Rubber band powered car time again. Now, I've built this one to test a theory or a question or a suggestion. The actual car itself isn't that important, although I do rather like what I've achieved there. The rails either side are fiberglass, I think, from one of those pop-up enclosures. I think this was for actually putting bicycles inside, but it's same as the pop-up tents. So it's fiberglass spars with metal connectors. So I've got two of them. Then I've 3D printed some spacers to hold them apart, with tubes on them for the axles to go through, bamboo or barbecue canes for the axles, CDs for the wheels, and my 3D printed hubs for the hubs. I glued the end of a barbecue skewer on there, the point, just so we can hook the rubber band on. And then this section here can be moved forwards and backwards to change the gap, although I don't think I need to do much of that. There's three things I want to test. One, just put the rubber band directly around the back axle, wind it up as normal, and see how far it goes. Next, I want to actually pre-stretch the rubber band. In other words, pull it, I can't really show this with one hand, pull it and wrap it round the back axle. So because it's stretched, we'll get more turns round the axle, so it'll go further under power. But my theory is, although it will go further under power, it's still the same amount of power. And then the third option is put the rubber band right up at that end and have a bit of string going down to the back axle, so that all the tension of the rubber band is in the area that's been stretched, and none of the rubber band actually goes round the back axle. So all the rubber band is in use all the time, because when you wrap it round the back axle, when you've got it wrapped up, the only bit of the rubber band that's actually having any effect in accelerating the car is the little bit that's left until it starts unwinding. So my theory, which may or may not be wrong, is that we get more effect from the rubber band by stretching it here and using a bit of string to get to the back axle than we do from just wrapping it around the back axle. And then halfway between the two, stretching it first and wrapping it around the back axle means we get more turns. I don't know if I could explain that at all, but it's one of those things you've got to think about. So we'll give it a run. I've already given it a test run, and unfortunately the car runs too well. It actually goes the full distance with no trouble whatsoever. So I think we're just going to have to sort of run along beside it and see when the rubber band runs out, because it freewheels beautifully and it carries on when the rubber band's finished. So first attempt, rubber band straight round the back axle, no stretching, just wind it up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, now that's the problem you get. You're really stretching it. You have to put a fresh band on. A few there. Right, let's put that on again. Right, do that again. Did we get up to 10? I can't remember. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, off we go. Right, I just kicked it, but what I wanted to do was put that there to mark where the rubber band finished. We'll do that again because I just messed that up by kicking it forwards accidentally. Grandad's got big feet. Right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's going to break this time. 9. Yeah. Try that again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. See if we can get this going this time without kicking it. I'm pushing it right back so we can actually measure it from the back of the conservatory. So off we go. Now this time you want to watch where the rubber band finishes. Alright. Well, that stopped a bit earlier, but that was about there this time. So that's when the rubber band dropped off the back axle. So that was the end of the power, and then from there on it was just freewheeling. Right, this time I'm going to stretch the rubber band so we get more turns. I'm actually stretching it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and we've got 14 on there. I could probably have got more. So off we go again. Oh, I've got a bit of wheel spin that time. And because we stretched it, it stuck to itself and didn't go free. So that was a fail. I'll try that again though. So I'm stretching the band. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Right, I've got 18 on there this time. You see we had wheel spin because it's putting more power through because it's stretched. I didn't get wheel spin that time, so that's better. Right, we did the full distance under power because we stretched the band. Right, next thing I'm going to do is use another rubber band, but attach it right at this end and use a bit of cotton to get to the back axle. So do you remember how many turns we got on there? I think we got 18 on there that time. Right, this time I've got a bit of kite string tied around the rubber band, and then I'm going to connect it to the back axle. And it'd help if we pointed it in the right direction. Right, kite string over the hook. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. I think that band's going to break in a second. 21. 22 is as far as I'm going to push it. So I think that band's stretched so tight it's going to break. But you can see we can get the turns on there easily. Okay, off we go. Whoa, picking up speed. Wow. That picked up a lot of speed then. That was going faster than the previous one. And we still got, yeah, another turn left there. So I'm not claiming this as a scientific demonstration. I've done my best to be careful. And I filmed it all in one go, so you can see there weren't any cheats. Oh, hang on, I did stop in the middle while I put the kite string on there. But apart from not seeing me tie the knots, you've actually seen the demonstration from start to finish, including the mistake of kicking the car halfway through. And that looks to me, I'm probably biased, but that looked to me like the most efficient run. Having the rubber band totally stretched and just having the cotton or kite string, as I've used here, around the axle. Pre-stretching the rubber band gave us more turns around the axle, and we got almost as many turns as I did with the kite string. So rubber band straight to the back axle and just wind it up is giving you the least amount of power. Stretching the rubber band and winding it round gave us a longer run under power. And stretching the rubber band and using kite string to go round the axle seemed to give us the most power. That seemed to be going the fastest then. So that's my opinion. Feel free to do your own demonstration and test it. Ideally a nice sports hall somewhere where you've got plenty of room to see where they finally stop running when it runs out of steam. Rather pleased with that car as well, that's going exceptionally well.